La da 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 da. What's up, y'all? We are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, we about to talk about it. Got Beyonce is pissing off people again with her red, white, and blue. People are mad at Beyonce for rocking the red, white, and blue, and for rocking the colors of the American flag. So I'm asking the question, why is that? Why are people mad? Why is there such a reaction at Beyonce rocking the colors of the American flag? Are we not Americans? What's your point of view on Black Americans rocking the American flag? And then Godfrey was on Club Shay Shay saying that there's something wrong with Black people, that we don't get along and we don't share and help each other out. Is he telling the truth? And when Godfrey says we as Black people, who is he talking about? Because we know he's Nigerian. And I have no issues with Nigerians, anyone from the diaspora. But I got to start questioning the whole we thing, especially when it's followed by something negative. As a Black American who can trace my on paper lineage in America back to the year 1640, there's a distinction between our culture and what we've established here and people who've come afterwards. That's a conversation I think that needs to be more normalized, and I'm going to talk about it more. But you guys know me. I don't hate nobody. I don't diss nobody. I don't down nobody. But I do stand up and speak for my people. That's what I do. And if standing up and speaking for my people, meaning Black Americans, is an issue, then to you, then the question is why? Why is that an issue? Why is it an issue when Black Americans speak up for ourselves? But the question today is, does the American flag represent Black Americans? And I think later on I'm going to open up the phone line and see what you guys have to say about this. We're about to get started, but before we get all the way in and get it started, what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to hit copy and share this to your Twitter, share it to your Instagram, your Facebook, wherever you are. I'm going to give y'all 1 minute to share this, and then we will be right back. Come on now. I'm here. I'm back. Thank y'all for sharing that stuff. Thank y'all for sharing that. And in the meantime, go to DewanB.com. You go to DewanB.com, you get all the good stuff. You can that's where my world of fun is. My world of fun is on DewanB.com. You can watch my documentary right from the website. You can donate to my documentary. You can buy a Black American Music Family Tree. On my shirt, Black people don't owe anybody anything but an ass whooping. This is my favorite shirt of mine. I have a lot of shirts, including the shirt that I'm rocking right now. Go to Breakthrough Cards. See what I'm doing over there. Breakthrough Advocacy Services. That's me out there working out with the family. Workplace Dynamics. That company. Incense and Ashtrays is up. I don't know. That shit moving slow. Oh, there it is. I got my most recent article up there. We celebrated Roy Haynes' 99th birthday over on incenseandashtrays.com. Great drummer. So go to incenseandashtrays.com. I'm back up to posting articles over there regularly on music. And then you can also go to my Patreon. I got my Patreon that's going patreon.com/DewanB. And we have one more week to enroll in my 100 Years of Black American Music History course. I think I added an extra class on, so I think we can go 9 classes instead of 8. We're probably gonna do 9 classes instead of 8. But if you're in the class, come on in. We're having our Q&A next Tuesday and our listening party tomorrow. We are having the listening party tomorrow where we're going to be talking that music talk. Well, peace, everybody. Peace. What's up, Jayla? What's up, Quanes? Hood news up in here. Yes. B. Pauly. R. Sterling, I appreciate y'all. Markeith. But here, we about to talk into it. Miriam. We want to talk about Beyonce, because Beyonce pisses a lot of people off. And y'all know she for damn sure pisses me off a lot. I'm nobody's Beyonce fan, you dig? But I ain't got to be a fan of nobody to speak objectively. So the controversy is this. Beyonce on Beyonce's new album, this is how she's dressed at the thumbnail. Cowboy Carter. She's sporting her husband's last name. And she's dressed in the red, white, and blue country outfit with the flag. And I saw what this made a lot of people mad. This made a lot of people mad. A lot of people are really mad at Beyonce. Azalea Banks was saying that Beyonce was appropriating their culture. Why are you dressed like them? You know, why are you dressed like those white folks? Yeah, white folks saying, why is she appropriating country music and white culture? And then you have like a lot of Negroes saying that, oh my God, why is Beyonce wearing the colors of the oppressor? Those are white people's colors. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go. Beyonce is pissing them off again. But the thing that's pissing them off this time is the red, white, and blue. Question, chat room, and I think I might open the phone lines a little early today. What's wrong with this? Can black people not wear red, white, and blue? So let's go a little deeper into it. This is this is the way I see it. This is the way I see it. See, what they do for us as black people, what they do to us, I should say, not for us, but what they do to us through their propaganda. And when I say that loosely, what they do to us, because it's still on us to either accept or reject the bullshit. And so the reason why I have shows like this is because I just want to put something in everybody's mind. We ain't got to accept every little thing they throw our way. You know what I mean? We ain't got to accept every little piece of propaganda they try to put in our face. You know what I mean? So what they do for us is this, or to us is this. They tell us as black Americans, we slaves. And when I say they tell us, that was a long time ago. Now you hear niggas saying it for us. We were slaves. I'm not going to identify with the red, white, and blue. Those are the oppressor's colors. And that right there is why I'm having the conversation we're having today. The red, white, and blue is not the color of the oppressor. They're just colors. Nobody owns anything. The only thing we all own is the power of fiat. It's been a long time since I had this lesson on this channel, so let's break it down. A lot of you new around here. What is the power of fiat? Well, in the Christian church, they would say that's the power to call things that are not as though they are, or what they call faith. Faith, fiat, faith. You make it up. You have the power to make it up. And when you make it up, power is making up a definition of something and getting others to agree with it. That's power. So fiat, what is fiat? Fiat, my wallet's right here. Fiat is $1. A $20 bill, this is fiat. This is nothing, means nothing, just a piece of paper. It's just a piece of paper. And when you look closely, come on camera, adjust. It says, well, you can't see it, but it says this note right here on a $20 bill. It says this note. This thing isn't worth anything. It's a fucking note. That's all it is. Backed by nothing. It's been off the gold standard for a long time. What is the dollar backed by? It's backed by fiat. Fiat is the fiat that is backed by is an agreed upon value. This country, with its enormous military and media at its disposal, has the power to make people believe a piece of paper is worth something. It's called fiat. Just like with your words. A word is a word. Words have no meaning. Words have no meaning. Words do have, however, the meaning that you put on it. Whatever meaning you assign to a word is what it has. And when others agree, that's the agreed upon definition of that word. That's the agreed upon point of view of that word. Nobody owns this stuff. Words like black. Black is seen as negative in America. People say, we ain't black. We ain't black. Black is negative. Black, you're right. The perception of black is negative, is bad, is people that don't get along, It's people that are confused, people who used to be enslaved. But black also is where everything comes from. Black is the color of soil. Black is the color of the universe. Everything that grows comes out of blackness, comes out of darkness. So your meaning, your definition, your power of fiat that you put behind the definition of black is the energy that is. So if you put behind the definition of the word black something negative, if you agree with their definition of black is something negative, a lesser than people, something that doesn't exist. If you agree with that, then own it, nigga. Because I know how to exercise my power of fiat. And when I see the word black, I see the source from which all things come. That's my definition of black. And I can prove that. All colors come from the color black. 99.9% of the universe is black. The black people of America create all the goddamn music and culture. The most fertile soil on earth, when you put some water on it, what color is it? Black. So now the choice is yours. What do you choose the definition of black to be? Do you choose it to be a bunch of people who are nothing, meaningless? Or do you choose it to be a group of people from which all things come? That definition is yours. And I'm not going to argue with you and tell you which definition to use. But if you come around me telling me which definition to use, I'm probably going to say something very insulting to you. Why? Because it's fun. People be coming around my IG all the time saying some dumb shit, and they be mad. They be like, Duan, you teach. How could you say that about me? Because I felt like it, bitch. So we breaking this down from multiple angles, okay? Stay with me, people. Stay with me. Because I got some smart people in my chat room. Y'all like way ahead of me. That's right, Quan. Tell the motherfucking truth. Yes. Black is also, like Miriam said, when I was repeating, the source from which all things come. So you have the power on which point of view to see things from. That's your power. So that's how we're going to start today. Let's go a little deeper. That's the sermon. Let's get a little deeper than that. Now let's go back into Beyonce. They talking about her. Hold on. Let me put on my preaching music. There we go. There we go. Let's go a little bit deeper. The red, white, and blue. What does the red, white, and blue represent? Well, I'm glad you asked, classroom. You can't be giving white folks the power saying that they're the ones that created all these colors, red, white, and blue. They stealing your story. The red, white, and blue represents the colors that the star Sirius shines when it comes above the horizon. Just above the horizon when it's still interacting with the Earth's atmosphere before it goes further up. And it still shines red, white, and blue further up. But for the most part, when you see Sirius, when you look to the east, that's that song Nights Over Egypt is about, by the Jones Girls. Nights over... what are you going to say? There's a star in the east over pyramids at Giza. Nights over Egypt. Doom, 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 doom. That's the star that they're talking about. Today, is the spring equinox, the day that the sun and the night spends equal amount of times in the sky. This is why I'm going here. You gotta understand. Our story in America and our story across the world is an astrological story. I'm gonna get into the color of the red, white, blue in this Color Star series. But what do we have coming up this weekend? This weekend, or early next week, we have the full moon. The full moon is coming, right? What day is it gonna be for full moon March? The full moon is coming up next week. Yeah, 24th. That's what I thought. Then the following Sunday is what? Easter. Why is that? Because Easter is always the first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox. Today is the spring equinox. March 24th is a full moon. So that means the following Sunday is Easter. Everything we do here in America is an astrological story. And in the world. And it's an astrological story that's taken from your people, nigga. That's Easter. The first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox. Oh yeah, we got that total eclipse coming along the way too, but that's a different story. What's up, everybody in the chat room? So that's what Easter is. Well, you know what the 4th of July is? The 4th of July, American independence, and my regular listeners know this story, but American Independence Day is on the 4th of July because 4th of July is a day that Sirius is in a direct alignment with the sun. That's why if you notice on the 4th of July, that the sun is always extra bright that day. It's always hella bright. If you notice, you're never going to get a gloomy or even mediocre. Like it's sunny today in LA, but it ain't nowhere near as sunny as it's going to be on the 4th of July. That's because on the 4th of July, when the sun comes across, Sirius, which is only 4 light years away from Earth, Sirius is a star system that Earth relates to. You know, that's the planet that the Dogons say was our star-seeded planet, and America adopts that ideology. But Sirius is in direct alignment with the sun. So you have the star that's closest to the Earth, 4 light years away, way back here in the orbit. The sun is here, and Earth is here. So for that time period, that's the time period that the Americans chose to celebrate as the 4th of July. Because we all know when it came down to the Declaration of Independence, it wasn't ratified until they talk about it until August that year. I think it was August 8th off the top of my head, August 2nd. The Declaration of Independence wasn't officially signed until August 2nd, 1776. But they used July 4th because it's an astrological story, okay? Stay with me. So that same star Sirius, when it comes above the horizon, it reflects the colors red, white, and blue. And since forefathers of this nation like Benjamin Banneker, we must never forget Benjamin Banneker. He's the person that created the Farmer's Almanac. He designed the city of Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. And he lined Washington, D.C. with the constellation of Virgo, because DC is in where? Virginia. Virgo Virginia is Virgo. And this black man, Benjamin Banneker, is the one that designed those cities in perfect alignment with the constellation. He also perfected the clock. And that big ugly ass clock you see in Great Britain is named after this man, Benjamin Banneker. What do they call that clock? Big Ben. And he noticed the British also use what colors? Red, white, and blue. America got its charter from the Brits. And this black American man right here perfected this clock over in Britain, and they named it after him, Big Ben. He's someone that helped us understand our astrological science and position in the universe. So when we talk about the red, white, and blue, we're talking about the colors, the star America orients itself around in the universe. That's what the red, white, and blue is. And I promise your black ass, did none of them white boys come up with that shit on their own? The Moors were in control. The black folks, the swarthy folks. Go back to my interview I did with Dr. Clyde Winters about a month ago. He talks about the swarthy, dark-skinned monarchy, the nigger kingdoms of the middle centuries of Europe. Further information, like I always do before, read this book, Ancient and Modern Brits by David McRitchie. Also read some Dr. Clyde Winters. World History of the Black Race is a good one. Empires in Ancient America is another good one by Dr. Clyde Winters. Good books to read. Further information on who your black ass is. So when we talk about the red, white, and blue, we talking about an astrological story that if your black ass tapped into, you can get some power from. But unfortunately, too many black people tie our opinions and our points of view to what white people think and their point of view. Black people, white people don't give a fuck about you, nigga. You better stop giving a fuck and worrying about what they think and what they may say in their point of view. They got their own goddamn problems. Niggas always so quick, well, that's what white people would do. And that's what white people would say. And that's what white, nigga, get over them. Like, goddamn, shit. So you gonna let their opinion stop your get down? And furthermore, here's my next point of view I want to get to. I'm gonna open the phone lines a little bit later, so y'all stay around. Y'all stay around. We cooking right now. And I'll be cooking on my barbecue grill a little later on. I just seasoned up some chicken. I'm be on my grill a little later on. Then come on, nigga. With a blunt in my mouth, listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire, flipping that chicken on the grill in about an hour. But between now and then, we talking. So, let's take it another step. Being the people that not only were enslaved, but we done so much for this country outside of slavery. Slavery is only a part of our story. You ever notice, Black Americans, we're taught to think and associate our worst moment on this land with our connection to this land. First off, we were here before slavery, and during slavery, every black person was enslaved. And even the black people who were enslaved, you had field slaves, you had musicians that were enslaved, like Blind Tom Wiggins. Blind Tom Wiggins didn't pick cotton. He played music for his slave masters 3 shows a day, earned his slave master over $100,000 a year, and only got paid $20 a week after slavery. Slavery took on all forms. Some slaves were engineers, built bridges, built monuments and buildings. Most slaves didn't know they were slaves. They thought they just had a job. This is what I do. You have free blacks. And even during the worst possible times of slavery, when we were on plantations, getting beat, even during that time, we still created a culture of our own that's unique across the world. Why we gotta only associate with the negative of this country? Why can't we ever associate with the good of this country? Especially, let's think about it like this. You got people in this country right now whose grandparents, great-grandparents came through Ellis Island. You got people who came here just last week, people who came here 10 years ago, and they came here because the United States of America beat the dog shit out their country. You'll have somebody that comes here from Russia or the Ukraine, and America has been nothing but dog shit to those countries. Only using the Ukraine in a proxy war against Russia, but not giving a fuck about the Ukraine. People who come from Russia, this country has been at a intense, sometimes direct, but always indirect confrontation with Russia for well over 100 years. But they'll get to come here and identify as an American. You'll get people from a country like Japan. America dropped motherfucking nuclear bombs on Japan. And they'll come here and get to be American and support and push the red, white, and blue and won't nobody say nothing. You'll get people from Latin countries who this country's economically starved, deprived, made sure they didn't become rich. But they'll come here and support the American flag and won't nobody say nothing. You get an Eastern European, you get an Irish, someone who's white but comes from an Irish lineage. The Irish and the Anglo-Saxons the Brits been going at it for what, 500, 600 years? But they'll come to America, the Italians. Anglo-Saxons and Italians never get along. They only got along here in America in the last 90 years or so. You get these people that come from nowhere, and they get to put an American flag on and won't nobody say nothing. But you've been here all this time, built the country. You're the morality of the country. Every civil rights law is because something that your grandparents and great-grandparents and great-great-great-grandparents fought for. Going back to the civil rights laws of the 1860s and the civil rights laws of the 1960s. Yes, there was a whole civil rights package in 1868. Most people don't even know that. The Dr. King civil rights movement was the second civil rights movement, not the first. But both the first and the second was put on by your people. And all the morality of the country, the workers' rights, the treating other people like humans and not like dogs, all something you fought for. But they want to tell you can't identify with the American flag. Beyonce takes a picture with the red, white, and blue. It's a problem. And we being told it's a problem by people who came here in the last 100 to the last 20 years. Keep in mind, black folks, most of these white people in America, especially when you get to the Midwest They came from Germany, Russia, and nations after slavery. Most of these people came after slavery, especially most of the white ones. Your Donald Trump style people. You get people who came here from Germany in goddamn 1890 tell you that you're not an American. Let's think about that, people. Most of you, most of us, you've been here since pre-colonial time. Or if you were one of the people who, if you were one of the 3% that was brought over into slavery, if you were one of those approximately more than 300,000, less than 400,000 that was brought from Africa, that still was done before slavery was outlawed. What, in the ships were outlawed in the early 1800s. The last one came in 1850, I think, or something like that. Don't quote my dates. But slavery was outlawed in the early 1800s. So even if we talk about the ones who came from Africa, they've still been here about 200 years. At the least, the ones who came from Africa been here 200 years. That's still longer than anyone who came to America through Ellis Island. Why do they get to rock the red, white, and blue and you don't? These are serious questions. And again, it's not hate, it's not xenophobia. But what it is it's setting the record straight. What did Michael Jackson say? And they don't really care about, like, you treat me like this is my country. This is my country. You treat me like a second-class citizen in my country. That ain't cool. And hit the Cash App, $ DeJuan Brown for preaching. Hit the Cash App, $ DeJuan Brown. Somebody said they came here considered few human beings. Well, all of them didn't. Well, that's fine too. Okay, they came here considered full human beings. Fine. That goes back to my original point. I don't know if you were here earlier when I said it. We own the power of fiat. That means we got the power to call ourselves what it is. And power is making other people to bend to your will of the definition of a word or a group of people. So as long as we bend to other people's definitions of us, then guess what? They hold the power. Nobody can give you power. Power is assumed. Power is taken. Power is not given. We got 270 on YouTube, another 250 on Twitter. We got Instagram, Facebook. We got over 700 people watching across all platforms. I need you to hit the like button, hit the share button. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Wherever you are. If you're on Twitter, retweet it. If you're on YouTube, share it. If you're on Facebook, share it. If you're on Instagram, put it in your story. Whatever. I appreciate the Cash App. Darius Davis, I appreciate the Cash App. The Cash App from preaching. So, we own that power. Yes, they brought us over as slaves. Yes, we were considered, and still are considered in the eyes of degenerates, half of a human being. Look, a group of degenerates ain't gonna stop being degenerates because you've been nice. You can't. Let's think about this. I'm glad that person made the comment. Let's take a step back here, people. Let's take a step back here. For an individual or a group of people to look at any other race of human beings as half human, that shows you how low and degenerate that person is. It also shows you how they treat themselves and how they see themselves. I can't see myself as a half human. I can't see you as a half human unless I see an aspect of myself as a half human. And I don't see an aspect of myself or my culture or my people as a half human. So when I project what's in me onto other human beings, I project godliness and wholeness. Even to the white folks that we're talking about and other groups of people who are racist towards black people, I still see them as whole human beings. I just don't agree with them and their point of view and how they see me. But at the same time, a degenerate that's low enough to see me as a half of a human being because of the color of my skin, your definition of me holds no power. If you're so bold as to see me as a half or less than human, or I won't say bold, if you're so much of a degenerate to see me and my group of people as less than a human being, then you hold no power over any definition, over the description of any man on this planet. The people that call me half human, half of a human, they can't tell me what a Latino is. They can't tell me what an Asian is. I see how you talk about me. So you must be talking about them crazy. But the issue is other races of people, too often, not all the time, but too often, they'll see these white folks talk about them crazy and then jump in line and agree with them when they're talking about other groups of people. No, any group of people or person that sees another group of human beings as less than human because of the color of their skin or the continent or state or city they were born in, then you don't have the power to define me, bitch. I define myself. I'm a motherfucking American. Yep. I'm an American. My family has been here way too long to be anything else. I'm not African American. I'm American. Again, 1640 on your ass. I'd be a motherfucking fool to call myself an African American or anything other than an American when I could trace my lineage back here to 1640. It wasn't even no fucking United States of my family was here. The United States didn't come until 1776. And then you see Webster's definition of an American in 1828. What's an American? Noun, a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. They literally tell you it was about 200 years ago that they changed the definition of an American. You literally go to Webster's dictionary and see with your own eyes where they changed the direction, I'm sorry, the definition of what an American is. Okay? And then when you go to the writings of Ben Franklin, observations concerning the increase of mankind, always be wary of that word mankind, folks. If you smart, you know what mankind means. But I always go to the last paragraph of this right here. when he's talking about the colors of the races in America and across the world. He says right here, Benjamin Franklin's writing, the $100 bill. For those of you who don't know, this is the man of the $100 bill. That number of purely white people in the world is proportionately very small. All of Africa is black or tawny. Asia, chiefly tawny. Tawny is Asian, like the Asian people. America, exclusive of the newcomers. Look at that. America, exclusive of the newcomers, wholly sold. Wow. And people in Europe, the Spaniards, Italian, French, Russian, Swedes, are generally of what we call swarthy complexion. The Germans also. The Saxons are the only ones exempted, who with the English make the principal body of white people on the face of earth. He's telling you, this is Benjamin Franklin. When they tell you it's all about the Benjamins, that's his writings. So let me tell you something about research, folks. When you do research, you read, the only time you read something today is if it's citing something originally sourced from the time that it's speaking of. If we're going to talk about what things were at a time, you have to read what was written at that time. Because when you read what was written later, things get fabricated, things get tossed around, turned around, rewritten. Just go back and read the writings of the people who was there. It wasn't no fucking cameras back then. They had paintings, but you only knew what the painter painted. And you only saw the paintings they wanted you to see. Think about that, black folks. You only see the paintings that they want you to see. I appreciate the Cash App, Rudolph. Appreciate the Cash App. Appreciate the Cash App, Williams. You only see the paintings that they want you to see. Okay? Remember that. So if you want to get a picture of what was going on at that time, you got to read the writings. Like, even look at it now. Go and look at a picture. If you watch TV right now, they're going to show you, if you go through Beverly Hills, they're going to show you all the Maseratis and Rolls Royces and Bugattis, and they're going to show you all that. They're not going to show you them homeless people on TV. They're not going to show you the fact that Beverly Hills looks like a fucking ghost town now. Brooks Brothers is closed down. Hell, how the fuck did the Chipotle go out of business in Beverly Hills on Rodeo, on Beverly Boulevard? I mean, Beverly Drive. Rodeo Drive, Beverly Drive, Cannon. Those streets look like ghost towns. They don't look like shit. You go and see it for yourself. But when you get these curated images on TV, they're going to show you images of Beverly Hills as if it's still the greatest thing on earth. Same with Hollywood. People that's not from LA, all y'all hear is Hollywood, Hollywood, Hollywood. Let me tell y'all something. Come to Hollywood. Hollywood is ugly as fuck. It's dirty. It smells like piss. There's bums everywhere. There's fucking crazy people walking up and down the street. It's shit on the street because of so much goddamn homelessness. Hollywood's a big fucking ghetto. But the images of Hollywood are this place that's just popping, the lights. Oh, y'all come here. It's Hollywood. I'm going to be discovered. Hollywood ain't shit. But the images make you think it is? Concord says that Chipotle needs to go out of business everywhere. Yeah. So that's what it is. So you got all these things going on. You got all these things going on, and they mad at Beyonce for rocking the red, white, and blue. That's what we talking about. Beyonce rocking the red, white, and blue, causing a shitstorm. People saying, Beyonce, you're not American. You're black. Why are you rocking the red, white, blue? Because this is her country, bitch, that's why. Her mama from Houston, from Louisiana. Her daddy from Gaston, Alabama. It don't get no more black American than Gaston, Alabama. I appreciate the cash app, Larry. It don't get no more black American than Gaston, Alabama. You think white folks invented country dress? Cowboys was black, people. Come on, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Black people, black people, black people. For all you angry niggas out there that are saying, oh, Beyonce's taking their culture. Do you really think white folks invented them dope ass cowboy hats and cowboy boots? Man, I love you Houston motherfuckers. When the people from Houston be down at the rodeo in Texas every year, and I'll be on my Instagram and Twitter watching y'all post pictures from the Texas rodeo. Man, black women, oh my God. Oh God. It don't. And I'm a city boy. I ain't in all that country horse riding shit, nigga. Nigga, call me an Uber. I ain't doing all that extra shit. But black women in country, when they be in them jeans with all that ass, whew, God damn. You can't tell me black folks didn't invent that style of dress. You can't tell me we ain't the one. Think about it. The fact that country style of dress hasn't really evolved, that show you we invented it. Because they said they wearing the same shit now that they were wearing 100 years ago. They ain't really evolved it that much from Charlie Pride till now. Dolly Parton's outfits ain't evolved that much from now to when she came in. The word, that's because we ain't fucking with it like that. That's why it ain't evolved. But see the black men in the chat, they said they talking about it. Black women in country boots and jeans and chaps. God, every time I see a black woman like with a cowboy hat and like the boots and that ass wagging around, oh my God, like shit, I'm gonna buy my wife a country outfit now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna see. Hell yeah, I'm gonna shop about. Hey, y'all text me, but hit me up. Where I go shop for some country shit? I'm gonna go. Me and my wife about to take a trip to Texas so I can get her a couple cowboy outfit giddy ups. Oh yeah, that Bill Pickett rodeo, Jayla. Hell yeah, that Bill Pickett rodeo. Yep, I remember going to that as a kid. Do you know Bill Pickett invented the whole lassoing and wrestling down a fucking bull? That's Bill Pickett, a black man, invented that. That's our shit. This nigga said Party City. Y'all some assholes. Oh yeah, it is a country store on Market Street. It is. I forgot about that. Niggas be so quick to give up something because white people are in it now. So I'm cool with Beyonce rocking the red, white, and blue and rocking the country outfit. Because to me, a black woman in a country outfit, that's the sexiest shit you gonna see all day, nigga. I'll take a black woman in a country outfit over a black woman in a bikini all day. You ain't gotta have your ass sticking out. Black woman, you ain't gotta have your titties sticking out. Put on a nice country outfit and let that booty poke through them jeans. That's all a real natural born nigga who love natural born women need. Any black man, any man that can't appreciate that, he probably enjoyed watching makeout scenes on Empire. Fuck out of here. Which leads me to what Godfrey was talking about. Let me play this part. Oh shit. I lost it. I was over here moving around and the thing that I had queued up. The thing that I had queued up is gone. So let me go back and queue it up again. Let me queue it up again. I want to go into Godfrey's conversation. Something Godfrey had said on Club Shay Shay about black people. And we're going to tie all this in, all right? I want to go to this part to what Godfrey said about black people. And then we're going to talk about this and tie all this in. Can y'all hear that? Oh no, y'all can't.
Know that this many comedians didn't like each other?
Listen, man, it's really sad to say this, but our community, I hate saying community. Community sounds so poor.
Are we talking about the black community? Are we talking about comedic?
No, because the white dudes, I'm gonna keep it 100, because I know a lot of white comics, and man,
they ain't beefing like
that. Hell no. And I'm not saying there's not guys that don't like each other, but these motherfuckers, they will hold that solidarity. That white male solidarity, they will hold it because they all are on each other's podcasts. Rogan makes these motherfuckers kings. It's Rogan, and even though shout out to Adam Carolla, because I do his, I'm a regular on his, you know, and they share each other's shit. They get on each other's podcasts. Right. They help each other all the time. I don't even want to say this shit, but if it causes controversy, I'm down with it. We ain't shit. Real talk. We are fucking whack. Because here's the problem. We always
see. I want to break down some things that he said. And this is why I'm bringing that up. Because a lot of black people do this. Let's just go to optics. Godfrey is on Club Shay Shay. What color is Shay Shay? Outside of that. Black. Godfrey used to be a regular on 5150. Corey Holcomb. What color is Corey Holcomb? Black. Godfrey. His podcast with Lord Jamar and Rod Digger. Black. Godfrey does a Breakfast Club. Are they not black? Godfrey was on 85 South show. Are they not black? Godfrey, I remember Tariq Nasheed interviewed him on his show. Is Tariq Nasheed not black? So for somebody who makes his rounds on black podcasts to say black people don't look out for one another on a black podcast, what was the biggest podcast of the year? Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay. And why was Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay? Because he was reacting to what other black comics were saying previously on what show? Club Shay Shay. So what I see here is an ecosystem of black podcasts, black entertainers rotating to put each other on and to promote one another. But he says we ain't shit. And that's my motherfucking problem with niggas like Godfrey. And I hope this nigga see that shit. And then you, any nigga who think like Godfrey, y'all think because we ain't perfect, we ain't shit. Black people ain't supposed to be fucking perfect. Yes, niggas will not get along. That happens, stupid. That's human. We ain't the only ones. There was a lifelong rivalry between Johnny Carson and Rodney Dangerfield because Rodney Dangerfield thought that Johnny Carson stole a joke. Rodney Dangerfield was held out from performing on the Tonight Show for over 10 years because of a rivalry between Rodney Dangerfield and Johnny Carson. Fucking idiot. Joe Rogan versus Carlos Mencia. I bet you Mencia ain't invited on the Joe Rogan podcast. See, part of the reason why you don't see as much controversy with white folks is twofold. One, niggas don't pay attention to white people. We really don't watch them. We'll listen to a white person say something and be like, okay, that's what it is. They're my white friend. I'm going to believe them. That's what niggas do. White man said it, I'm going to believe it. We don't even pay attention to them like that, really. We really don't, if we're going to be honest. We don't fucking pay attention to them. That's number one. Two, they have more access to opportunities, nigga. So there is going to be less competition, less shit talk when you are the majority and you have more opportunities. A white comic isn't narrowed down to doing one black. Now all the black people want to do Club Shay Shay. White folks can go on. They can go on Joe Rogan. They can go on the Brilliant Idiots. They have a plethora. Mr. Beast. White folks have dozens and dozens and dozens of outlets that give them access to millions of people. Black folks only have a few. So let me tell you something, Godfrey. There's nothing wrong with us. When a lot of people are limited to a few outlets, there's going to be competition, dumbass. Oh my God, these people are stupid. Like, if you have 10 people if you have, let's say 20 people that have access to 2 outlets, guess what? There's going to be a fight, okay? Versus if you have 20 people and 16 outlets. If you have 20 people and 16 outlets, then probably not going to be any fights. Or they're going to be very few. Those last 4 that are left out may fight. But if you got 20 people in 2 outlets, guess what? A fight's a coming, nigga. We are human beings. And as a group of human beings, we are allowed to fuck up. We are allowed to have a segment of us that fuck up more than others. That's just human. Nothing wrong with that. Life is both profound and profane. Profane. Positive and negative. Pick up a battery, nigga. You got your positive charge, you got your negative charge. What's an atom? Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Positive, negative, and neutral. It takes all to exist. So when the negative is being highlighted, it doesn't mean something's wrong. It just means that it is an aspect of existence. I'm not about to sit here and take no shit from some goddamn African saying something wrong with us all black people. No, nigga. No. Because if you was back home in Nigeria, I wouldn't have had to have heard you say that. Don't come to my fucking country and say there's something wrong with all of us. No, nigga. It's a whole thing going on here in America. That Godfrey, for the most part, he's pretty intelligent to talking about and talking to. He's pretty intelligent about it. He's pretty intelligent. But you can't play that game here, bruh. Nah. You're not about to sit here and talk shit about my country and my people. Oh, on a black... And the word, you're doing it on a black podcast. You're literally on the biggest black podcast on the channel talking about what black people don't share. The nigga's literally sharing his toys with you, and you're saying niggas don't share while sharing his toys. That's how ridiculous too many black people get. And hit the Cash App if you think I'm preaching. $ Dewan Brown. Salute to everybody watching on Facebook, IG, Twitter, YouTube. That's what I don't like, man. Even when we do right, we still do wrong. And I'm tired of that, y'all. I don't mean to sound like I'm complaining or nothing like that, but I am tired of that. Go to DewanB.com. Donate to the GoFundMe for the Black American Music Family Tree fundraiser. Go there right now. DewanB.com. Explore my world. Visit the shop. See what's in the shop. All my clothes and shit, all that. Afro beats, soul beats, live drum packs. All of that is in the shop right now. This is the shirt that I'm wearing right now, my Scholars t-shirt. Rock the Scholars t-shirt, that's what I got on right now. But that's how we get it. Again, this isn't no disrespect to any other group. Well, it's like, man, as Black Americans, I'm put these two topics together because we get it on all ends, dude. Like, fuck. Damn. Black woman wear red, white, and blue. That's not our country. What are you doing? That's the color of the oppressor. Well, what fucking color are we supposed to wear then? We been here all this goddamn time? Like, for real. I ain't never seen, well, red, black, and green? What? when Marcus Garvey came up with the green, do you know when Marcus Garvey came up with red, black, and green? Red for the blood, black for the land, for the people, black for the people, and green was for Ireland. That was Marcus Garvey's original intent for the green. It was a dedication to show solidarity with the Irish. Now the Irish was swarthy complected at one time, but I'm not Irish. I'm American, Jack. I'm from here. I'm not Irish. My colors are red, white, and blue. Appreciate the Cash App, Mini FBA. You're right, Eloquence is king. People act like we actually got a place to go back to. Nah, homie, we here. Yeah, people act like we got a place. We ain't got nowhere to go back to. They say go back to Africa. Okay, what part? Africa is like a damn 30% of the Earth's landmass. What part, nigga? What part? And you're right, immigrants saying we don't need to wear red, white, and blue. That's where it gets offensive. Leave us alone. Just leave us alone, man. I ain't got no problem with African people, man. The Caribbean people, white people, Armenian people. I always say that. I ain't got no problem with nobody. But I will stand for my people. I will stand for Black Americans. I will. Sorry. And when I feel our home is being encroached upon and people are walking in our house with their shoes on, when you come in my house, take your shoes off. If you need some water, I'll get it for you. I'll show you where to go. You can't go in my refrigerator. Nah, you can't do that. You did? When I go back on my ancestry, let me see here. I'm going to show y'all something. When I go back on my ancestry, we go back, homeboy. I thought I had the screen up. We go back. When I go on my ancestry, this ain't even far back as I can go. I can go further back. Look at this. Native American, 1750. What do I look like calling myself an African American when my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, born in 1715, was Native American? What I look like? What I look like when I can go back and I can find handwriting. I can find handwriting from my ancestors here in goddamn 1655. What the fuck do I look like? What do I look like calling myself an African American when I got Native Americans in my ancestry going back I was born in 1705 here? I can prove that. That didn't come from a DNA test. That came from documents and paperwork. My mother's mommy and daddy, they mommy and daddy, paperwork from they mommy and daddy, paperwork from they mommy and daddy. And I can keep going back on mommy and daddy paperwork on this country to the 1600s. You ain't about to tell me shit about no red, white, and blue. You can kiss my black ass. Yeah, dig. You dig? But at the same time, if you want to be respectful, you're going to show love, solidarity, then I love you, and I'm going to show solidarity with you. But if you come in talking about how we all messed up, no, we not all messed up. Nothing's wrong with us. Something happened to us. We are in a war. Black Americans are in a war. We are at war, not a war that we started. A war that a group of people who invaded this land came on, and over a protracted period of time, they got here in 1619, and they settled the West by about 1880, 1890. Because remember, the Buffalo Soldiers, black people, by the way, General Allensworth, star in the chat room, her family was those Buffalo Soldiers that came here to California in the 1800s to settle the West, giving land, and those same black people couldn't buy land in Los Angeles, so they had to go up north, 30 minutes north of Bakersfield, and create a town called Allensworth, I mean. But Allensworth, done by General Allensworth, the man that helped settle the Sequoia region of California, couldn't even buy land in Los Angeles, California. He was trying to buy land in what's now known as Monrovia and Arcadia and have a black settlement in that area, and he couldn't. So he had to go up to Allensworth. But he's the person that finally settled the last of the Indian wars here in the West, 1880, the 1880s. From 1619. That's 260 years of fighting the European did, both through disease blankets, through miseducation, through proxy wars, through illegal paperwork, getting people who weren't even chiefs of tribes to sign over regions of land, and then killing off the chief and getting someone further down the line to sign over a treaty that gave large swaths of land to them. Took them over 260 years to go from coast to coast. Persistence. Which is something I'll always say, I have much admiration and I respect white folks for their perspective, and white society, and how the European Anglo-Saxon got from coast to coast was through his persistence. And I respect the persistence. Don't agree with it, don't like it, but I respect it. And my respect for their persistence is undergirding my persistence and making sure that we as black people understand that we also own the power of fiat. We own the power to call things as though they are, as though we see it, in a way that's going to be constructive and conducive for us. We have that right too. What's up, Hood News? Yeah, we got 400 in the YouTube chat, and we got 300 over on Twitter. Or vice versa. They say I got 400 on Twitter. Whatever. Retweet or share, whichever one you own. What's up, Autobots in the chat? What's up, Otto? So yeah, this is where we are. We own the power to call things as though they are. We don't have to abdicate to somebody else's definition of us. We don't have to allow somebody else's definition of us to take over us. Grow some balls, black people. If y'all want to call in, hit me up real quick. I'm not going to be on here too long because I got to get on my grill. But I will take a couple calls, 323-744-7425. 323-744-7425. I will take a couple calls, literally a couple. Because I got to go light my grill up. I got some red oak firewood, some coal. I just seasoned up my chicken. We're sitting there marinating like a motherfucker right now. That shit about to be good. I might actually post a short on my grill. I'm gonna record me on the grill and post it as a short. That's right. Niggas need to grow some goddamn balls. Godfrey over here talking about something. We are this, we are our own worst enemy. While saying what black people don't do while he's talking to another black person. Caller, I answered your call, but did you hang up, caller? Call back. Call back. It says no answer, but I thought I had answer. Call back. There we go. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Demandi. This is your sister in the movement, Mariam R. How are you, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I am wonderful and blessed, and I wish you blessings and prosperity and peace and love and light, you and yours. And I just wanted to say, here in East St. Louis, Illinois, we have a family that's been here for more than 10 generations since before the 1917 race massacre happened here in East St. Louis, and they are black cowboys. They are known. They are wonderful people, and you could just see them trotting down. Although this is a city, but you see them trotting down from the unincorporated areas through the city, and it's just a wonderful sight to see. And you're right, when we black women, American women, decide to put on jeans or to put on a sundress, no one does it better. Such class and modesty, all in one.
Mm-hmm. Nobody does it better.
Indeed. And also, for them to people to come here, new people to come here, or even the ones who came over during Ellis Island, to stick their chests out and beat it and say that they are Americans and always thumb their noses down at us, who are the true indigenous, original Americans. We're the only ones who's not immigrants and have our ancestry. Some, or the 3%, comes from chattel slavery, but we are the original people. We are the ones who built all the mounds. We are the ones, when you look and find what they did here in East St. Louis, Illinois, it was known as one of North America's biggest archaeological digs.
They got that big ass mound over there. Yeah.
Yes, we do. The Cahokia Mounds. It's not in Cahokia, but it was East St. Louis, but it's considered Fairmount Park. It's the Cahokia Mounds. It's one of the largest step mounds in America. So yes, they do exist. So that's just some fun facts right there. And we are Americans. We have the right to rock the red, white, and blue more than anybody, and it goes back to our indigenous lineage all over the planet. Because theories.
You brought up something real. I want you brought up the black cowboys. I want to cook on that.
All right, I want
East St. Louis. I want to talk about the ones in Compton. Thanks for giving us a call.
All right, now. Peace.
Appreciate you for calling in.
B1.
Yeah, that was Sister Miriam. She dope as fuck. But yeah, we even here in Compton, here in LA, not just in Compton, in South Central, but Compton specifically. Do y'all know how country Compton is? Like when black folks was in Compton, mostly Mexicans now, but the Compton stables, that whole area of Compton, up and down Greenleaf, man, because Compton have a small 800 square foot 2-bedroom house on an acre of on like 2/3 of an acre of land. It's like a lot of Compton, they have high property taxes because they have farms literally on their house. And Compton is like zone agricultural. So there's a whole culture of cowboys in Compton. The Compton Cowboys, y'all hear about the West Coast rap and all that shit. No, Compton got a for real cowboy culture. You'll see some niggas in a big ass hat coming up and down Rosecrans like, what up, nigga? Most people don't even know how country Western Compton is. Hell, the Gap Band. Remember them old Gap Band album covers? You know the old Gap Band? Early Charlie Wilson with his brothers. Them niggas was cowboyed out. Remember this era of the Gap Band? This is when the Gap Band was singing, "Seasons no reason to change." Listen to that song by the Gap Band. Seasons no reason to change. A straight up country western song. Seasons no reason to change. Seasons no reason to change. Seasons no reason to change. Nigga, straight up country out. Lionel Richie, "Stuck on You." Got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't use. Guess I'm on my way. Needed a friend. I guess now I'll be with you to the end. Guess I'm on my way. That's some country western, goddammit. Mighty glad you stayed. I remember this shit? Stuck on you. Got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't use. Guess I'm on my way. Whoa, I'm leaving on the midnight train tomorrow. And I don't know where I'm going. Remember Lionel Richie? Sail on by the wind. We was the Commodores. Half a mile or so. Doesn't matter. Sail on by the wind. Half a mile or so. Come on now. Better reclaim your shit, black people. Fuck out of here. Appreciate the Cash App, Justin. Appreciate y'all still in the Cash App. Guess I'm on my way, nigga. What's up, Miriam? TT Summer, appreciate y'all for joining. That's right, Miss D. Guess I'm easy. Oh, I'm easy like Sunday morning. Somebody hit the thumbs down. Whoever's hit the thumbs down, fuck you too. Said I'm easy. We gotta claim our shit. We can't let other people claim our shit. We can't let other people jump in on our turf. So yeah, Beyonce is pissing everybody off. Good. I'm glad she's pissing everybody off. Godfrey, black people ain't gotta be perfect. Black people can argue with one another like human beings do and still be fine. Like I said before, the most public dispute in American history, we're going to close this out with a history lesson, one of my favorite history lessons. The most famous public dispute, the most infamous public dispute with the most costly consequences was Burr versus Hamilton. This was public haterism at its finest. These are two of the biggest haters of all time. They became rivals when Burr ran for the United States Senate against Hamilton's father-in-law in 1791. Burr won the election in New York. Burr then became a major player in the Democratic Republican Party. Remember back then, the Democratic Republican was the same party. While Hamilton was a top rival in the Federalist Party. So their rivalry started in 1791. And it ended on an infamous day in 1804, when their public dispute got so to a fever pitch that Burr and Hamilton challenged one another to a duel in the year on July 11th, 1804. Not even a full 3 decades. Well, the first president, 1776, first president, 1791, not even a full 3 decades after the founding of this country. Their haterism got to the point to where Burr, the vice president of the United States, shot and killed the father, the Treasury Secretary, and the person that built the financial basis and the financial institutions of the United States of America. These two fought to a duel. Burr won, Hamilton died, and guess what? The United States of America still got built. Republicans and Democrats fight all day, call each other anything short of a child of God, especially Donald Trump. He's going at white people all day, every day, calling white women horse face. And this is politics. This country still runs. Negroes tend to ignore all of this shit going on around us in this world that we're in. All this fighting in this world. The only thing that happens in the United States is fight. That's all the United States goddamn do is fight. But I, as a Black American, have to carry some guilt around because a couple niggas went on Club Shay Shay. A couple millionaire niggas went on Club Shay Shay and argued out their differences. So now there's something wrong with us as a people. Does that make sense? Stay around, tuned for tomorrow. We will have Quan. I see you in the chat room. Tomorrow we're gonna be back at it. Incense and Ashtrays on Friday night. I'm telling you, I'm back. We dedicated. We're gonna be doing a live music mix down tomorrow night on Incense and Ashtrays. Join me on Mixcloud and also Twitter now, because Twitter be allowing you to play music. So as long as Twitter allows you to play music, be a part of the party. Tomorrow it's gonna be about around 7 or 8 Pacific time. We're going into the night. We're gonna be playing music, live music mixed down tomorrow night. So get your dancing shoes on, grab your weed, grab your wine, whatever you do to your music. We're gonna be doing that tomorrow. Follow me here on YouTube. Follow me on Patreon. Because all the Incense and Ashtrays, if you can't catch us live, they're over there on Patreon. All right. I appreciate y'all. So remember this. You're right. History creates less mystery. That's right, Nachi. Learn history creates less mystery. You damn right, brother. All right? So I want y'all to remember this. There are no perfect messengers, especially me. I ain't perfect like a motherfucker. I be fucking up. There are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those to pick up the game. I'm out. Y'all have a good one.